So we have discussed some of the non-communicable diseases in the last class, isn't it? Okay, so today we are going to discuss about some of the communicable diseases. Okay, so nowadays we are locked down at home due to a very pandemic communicable disease. What is that disease known as? COVID-19. Okay, so what are communicable diseases? The last class we have studied the definition for non-communicable diseases. What are non-communicable diseases? Diseases that do not spread from one person to another are called non-communicable diseases. And we studied how they are caused, isn't it? They may be caused by deficiency of certain nutrients or by some allergic problems, right? Okay, so here we are going to discuss about the communicable diseases. First of all, definition for communicable diseases. So, communicable diseases are diseases that spread from one person to another. Just opposite to non-communicable disease. Non-communicable disease doesn't spread from one person to another, but here communicable diseases are spread from one person to another. They are also known as infectious diseases. That is not in your textbook, but for your information, I am just saying the name, okay? Communicable diseases are also known as infectious diseases. Now, these communicable diseases are caused by what? They are caused by germs. Understood? They are caused by germs. What is meant by germs? Microorganisms. Certain microorganisms that we have learned in 4th standard. Names of different microorganisms. Which are they? Bacteria. Then virus. Then protozoa. Then fungi. Okay, so these are the different types of microorganisms or germs which cause us different types of diseases. So all these we have learned in 4th standard. Now we can see how these communicable diseases are spread. Okay. Okay, so the diseases are spread through different ways. The first way is through the direct contact with an infected person. Infected person means rogam badhicha aalumayitte direct aayittulla oru contact varum. So how it is spread by the direct contact with an infected person? So when we are just coming in contact with the infected person, sometimes while talking he coughs or sneezes, what happens? These germs will be spreading into the air. From the air that we breathe, it will be going to our inside body. Okay, so that is how the germs will be spread from an infected person to a healthy person. Now, we chomekku thumma cheyyumbo, namukku infected aayittulla oraalaanenkil chomekku thumma cheyyumbo aa germs nammade body inna porthekku varum. അത് എയർബോൺ ഡിസീസസ് എന്നാണ് പറയുക. ആ എയർ അടുത്ത് ഇരുന്ന് ശ്വസിക്കുന്ന ആൾക്ക് ആ ജേംസ് എയറിന്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ കൂടെ അവരുടെ ബോഡിയിലേക്ക് ചെല്ലും. അങ്ങനെ ആൾക്ക് ആ ഡിസീസ് വരാനുള്ള സാധ്യത ഉണ്ട്. നോട്ട് ഓൺലി ദാറ്റ്, ഇഫ് എ ഹെൽത്തി പേഴ്സൺ ഇസ് യൂസിങ് സം ആക്സസറീസ് ലൈക്ക് ക്ലോത്ത്സ്, combs, utensils, etc. of an infected person, at that time also you will be affected by that disease. Now reason this COVID-19, in that case virus also, we are having such a spreading, right? If an infected person, corona infected person touches a thing or any other surface, and we are going to touch that surface, that virus will be entering into our body. അതായത് നമ്മുടെ കയ്യിൽ വന്ന് പെട്ട ആ വൈറസിനെ നമ്മുടെ നോസോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഐസോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മൗത്ത് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കോണ്ടാക്ട് വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ this virus will be passing into our body also. Okay, so that is the condition, spreading from an infected person to a healthy person. Okay, so there are different diseases like common cold. Common cold means what? നമ്മുടെ സാധാ ജലദോഷം. Okay, common cold, then chicken pox, measles, AIDS, influenza. All these diseases are caused by the direct contact with the infected person. So that is the first way, through direct contact with the infected person. Next, some communicable diseases spread through dirty food and water. How the food and water becomes dirty? We are preparing dirty food. So, food or water becomes dirty if it is not maintained properly. If the food which is uncovered, then what happens? Some flies may come and sit over the food. And how it becomes contaminated when the flies sit over the food? Because flies may carry some germs over its body. And when it comes and sits over the food, what happens? The germs will be sticked onto the food. So when we have that food, we may cause some diseases. That is food spread diseases. Then water. Water, if it is not boiled and we are drinking without boiling, we will have some waterborne diseases. Some of the diseases which are caused by dirty food and water are cholera, typhoid, dysentery, etc. So such diseases may cause different types of symptoms like fever, then vomiting, loose stools, diarrhea, etc. So these are the diseases which are caused through dirty food and water. Okay, the next communicable diseases are spread through insect bites or through insects. So we all know the main disease causing insect is what? Mosquito. So we should be very aware of that mosquito. Okay. Okay. So usually we have heard about the disease malaria, which is caused by the mosquito bite, right? So if a infected person, that means malaria infected person, he is having a mosquito bite, and what happens is the mosquito will be sucking the blood of that infected person along with these germs, and this mosquito will again go and bite a healthy person. So what happens is this germs will be injected to that healthy person, this malaria causing germs. Do you know which germ is causing malaria? Protozoa, right? You have learned in 4th standard. So these germs will be injected to a healthy person, and that person will be causing malaria. So this is how the flies or insects or the mosquitoes transmit diseases from one person to another. അവരാ കടിയിലൂടെ ബ്ലഡ് അങ്ങോട്ട് വിടുകയാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഡിസീസ് causing germs in inject ചെയ്ത് വിടുകയാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് healthy personന്റെ ബോഡിയിലേക്ക്. Okay, so this is through insects bite. Okay children, we shall go to a video which shows how the diseases are spread from a infected person to a healthy person.
How are communicable diseases spread and prevented? Communicable diseases spread through air, water, food, insects, and through direct contact. Through air. When a sick person coughs, sneezes, or spits, germs are released into the air. When a healthy person breathes this air, germs enter his or her body and make him sick. Therefore, we should always cover our nose and mouth with handkerchief while sneezing or coughing. Diseases like common cold, flu, and tuberculosis spread through air. Through direct contact. When a healthy person comes in contact with a sick person or his handkerchief, towel, clothes, etc., he can get infected by the germs. Diseases like measles, chickenpox, and ringworm spread through direct contact. Through infected food and water. Sometimes food and water may get infected with germs if they are not stored or handled properly. Flies and cockroaches can contaminate our food with germs. Diseases like cholera, typhoid, jaundice, and polio spread through infected food and water. Cover your mouth with a handkerchief while sneezing. Through insects. Diseases like malaria, dengue, plague, and chikungunya spread through blood-sucking insects like mosquitoes, bugs, and flies. Malaria is caused by a protozoan that is carried by the female Anopheles mosquito. When the mosquito bites someone with malaria, the germs are sucked up with the blood. When this mosquito bites a healthy person, the germs are injected into the healthy person's blood, causing malaria. Dengue is spread by the bite of Aedes mosquito. Plague is spread by the bite of fleas carried by rats. Prevention of communicable diseases. Communicable diseases can be prevented by good hygiene and vaccination. Hygiene may be defined as practices that ensure cleanliness and good health. Following are some steps to maintain good hygiene. Wash your hands before and after eating food and after going to the toilet with soap and water. Do not allow water to stand in ditches, vessels, coolers, pots, etc. in or around your house. Stagnant water allows breeding of mosquitoes. Use mosquito net or mosquito repellent at night. Wash fruits and vegetables well before cooking or eating them. Food must be kept covered to prevent flies sitting on it. Do not allow heaps of garbage to collect near your home. Dustbins should be kept covered. Drink clean water. Water can be made clean and germ-free by boiling, filtering, and chlorinating. You should know. Vaccination. Vaccination is another way of preventing communicable diseases. Vaccines are available to prevent diseases like polio, cholera, diphtheria, tetanus, and hepatitis. Vaccination helps our body to acquire immunity against certain diseases.
So children, there are various symptoms of communicable diseases like fever, vomiting, loose stools, that is diarrhea, then sore throat. There are many symptoms for each diseases. എല്ലാ ഡിസീസിനും ഒരേ സിംറ്റംസ് ആവില്ല, പല ഡിസീസിനും പലതരം symptoms now. So 3 main diseases in your textbook it is given: common cold, pneumonia, tuberculosis. So all these diseases symptoms are given and the preventive measures also given. So that I will be discussing when we are reading the textbook. Okay. then only I can say explain about that. Explanation on the manda, just symptoms and then the padikya preventive measures. Main preventive measure means stay away from the infected person. Then treatment with the antibiotics. Antibiotics ആണ് നമ്മൾ സാധാരണ എടുക്കാറ്. മെഡിസിൻസ് എടുക്കുക. അപ്പൊ ആ മെഡിസിൻ എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അസുഖം പൂർണ്ണമായിട്ട് ഭേദാവും. റെസ്റ്റ് എടുക്കുക. നല്ല റെസ്റ്റ് വേണം. നല്ല ഫുഡ്, ഹെൽത്തി ഫുഡ് കഴിക്കുക. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് എ മെയിൻ തിങ് വി ഹാവ് ടു getting rid of this diseases. Okay? So take care, children. Read your textbook well. Study the question answers what I have given. Okay? Bye.